Good evening, STEM television watchers. You are watching another edition of Nakhchivan News Information Program on Nakhchivan Television. I am Ginel Aliyeva. The next session of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic of the 6th Convocation was held on January 10th. A number of issues were discussed and approved at the session. You will follow more details about this in our official news blog. On January 10th, a meeting of the Economic Policy Committee of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic was held. The 2023 budget draft of the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, the 2023 budget draft of the State Social Protection Fund, and the 2023 budget draft of the Unemployment Insurance Fund were discussed at the meeting. After the discussions, a decision was made to present the budget drafts to the 6th session of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. On January 10th, the 6th session of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic was held. In the session, the results of socio-economic development of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic in 2022 were discussed, and the 23 budget of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, the State Social Protection Fund, and the Unemployment Insurance Fund was approved. Leaders of the relevant organizations, deputies of Supreme Majlis, and Fuad Najafli, the authorized representative of President of Republic of Azerbaijan in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, took part in the meeting of the session. Fuad Najafli spoke at the session and gave relevant tasks. The Minister of Internal Affairs of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic meets with residents and is interested in their problems. Last year, 24 industrial areas were created in Nakhchivan, 254 new jobs were opened. Here is a block of important socio-economic news of the past week. The Minister of Internal Affairs of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Suleyman Nematov, visited Julfa region and met with residents. Complaints of 63 region residents were heard at the meeting. Some of the complaints were resolved on the spot, while other appeals were directed to the relevant services. On January 6, a meeting was held on the organization of household accounting in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. In the meeting, the tasks facing the city and region executive authorities regarding the organization of the filling of accounting books per household were explained, and responsible persons were instructed. Starting from January 10th, the headquarters started to process data on organization of accounting work per household and to process in the information system. Currently, works in this direction are being carried out in the cities and regions of the Autonomous Republic. Last year, the creation of 24 industrial areas was completed in Nakhchivan with private and state financial support. 254 new jobs were opened. Currently, 47 projects are being implemented in various fields of economic activity, including large enterprises such as Shahrur Industrial Region, Nakhchivan Carpet and Yarn Production Enterprise Limited Liability Company, and New Salt Production. It should be noted that the creation of a new napping production area, the restoration of the activity of Nakhchivan Wine Enterprise, and the new purchase of new equipment by Nakplus Limited Liability Company and Buyback Sirab Open Joint Stock Company were also insured due to the loans allocated for the industrial sector last year. January 11th is World Reserves and National Parks Day. On this occasion, employees of the Ministry of Ecology and Natural Resources of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic visited Zangezur National Park named after academician Hasan Aliyev, made observation in the natural areas and took biotechnical measures. Environmentalists have sprinkled 30 kilos of coarse fodder and about 500 kilograms of rock salt in the areas where wild animals live in the park. Taking into account the high snow cover in mountainous areas, dry grass and rock salt supplied in advance greatly facilitate the feeding of wild animals, increase their resistance to diseases, and satisfy their needs for salt. Jahre settlement of Babek region, located in the foothills and arid area, has historically suffered from drinking water supply. The dry and hot weather has increased this difficulty. Since the beginning of 2022-23 academic year, this problem of the staff of Jahre Settlement No. 1 Secondary School, which has been suffering from water shortage, has already been solved. A resident of the settlement, a businessman living abroad, Bahruz Mamadov, got to dig an artesian well with his personal funds to improve the drinking water supply of educational institution. 4,000 minutes were spent on the artesian well dug at the depth of 50 meters. Before that, such wells were dug by Bahruz Mamadov in the several places in settlement area, and the residents are currently using the water from those wells. Other businessmen of the town have also joined such good initiative and intend to dig artesian wells in several neighborhoods where there is a shortage of drinking water. For your information, residents and businessmen have previously built 2 modern ceremonial houses in the settlement with their own funds. On the evening of November 8, a traffic accident occurred on the Laketa-Keşmebasar Road in Julfa region. As a result, 2 people were injured. Hafiz Sadigov, the driver of Great Wall passenger car with the number plate 75BG038, lost control and caused an accident on the part of the Voyra road passing through the territory of Alınca village. As a result of the car fell into the ravine on the side of the road. The accident resulted in the material damage. The driver Hafiz Sadigov and his wife Gülnara Sadigova received various injuries. In the end, you will watch cultural and sport news. The 25th anniversary of the Nakhchivan State Carpet Museum was celebrated, whereas Nakhchivan, the leader of the first division in football, is preparing for the new season. An event was held on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of the Nakhchivan State Carpet Museum named after Kamil Aliyev. In the speech, they gave detailed information about the activities of the museum, talked about the role of carpet in our art, and said that the elegant patterns, colors, and ornaments reflected in our carpets are letters from historical past. It was noted that the Nakhchivan State Carpet Museum, established by the decision of the Cabinet of Ministers of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic dated January 15, 1998, will bear the name of folk artist Kamil Aliyev from August 2022. More than 2,000 exhibits are kept in the museum, which is important for the study and promotion of national cultural examples. More than 400 of them are exhibited at the exposition. In the Ministry of Culture of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, a registry system of these ancient handicrafts in the territory of the Autonomous Republic has been created, and 668 carpets have been entered in the registry circle. At the end, there was a viewing of the film Azerbaijani Carpets and a performance of the Muvam Trio. A drama competition for school children was held at Heydar Aliyev Children and Youth Creativity Center. In the competition, which was held with the participation of 5th, 11th grade students of general education schools and the association members of the extracurricular educational institutions, the participants presented their performances on one of predetermined topics in less than 5 minutes and not more than 15 minutes. The presented performances were evaluated by the jury. The winners will be awarded by the Ministry of Education and Culture in February. As Nakhchivan Professional Football Club, the only representative of Nakhchivan in the first division, continues training exercise. The team is preparing for its next games in the first division at Uzunaba Training Sports Complex. As Nakhchivan will spend the rest of the 4-day training camp in the capital, Baku. It should be noted that the representative of Nakhchivan is the leader in the first division with 32 points. Dear viewers, that was all for today from the Nakhchivan News Information Program. See you in our next issue. Goodbye.